Welcome back. And if you're new here, this channel is about one thing: protecting your money, your benefits, and your family's future. Now, let me ask you something real. When was the last time you walked out of a grocery store shocked by the total? When rent keeps rising, medical bills don't stop, gas goes up, and your paycheck or benefits feel smaller every month. It feels like you're running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. And if you depend on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, that stress hits even harder. Because these checks aren't bonuses, they are survival money. They pay for food, rent, electricity, prescriptions. And sometimes they are all that stands between stability and falling behind. So when we say 28 days away, that is not just a date on a calendar. That is a moment that could seriously impact your wallet. And today, we're breaking down exactly what's changing, what you need to watch for, what's already happening behind the scenes, and what it could mean for you and your family. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could save you confusion, stress, and possibly money. Here's why this timing is so important. Every year, Social Security goes through multiple updates, not just payment schedules, but internal adjustments, policy shifts, and processing changes that affect when and how money reaches you. And right now, we are entering one of those key transition periods. That means new calculations, updated records, and in some cases, changes in how benefits are reviewed or distributed. Now, before anyone panics, this does not mean checks are being canceled, but it does mean that many beneficiaries may see differences in timing, notices, or eligibility reviews starting soon. And here's the part most people don't realize. These updates often don't make the news until after people start seeing something different in their deposits or letters. So if you're waiting until something goes wrong to pay attention, that's already too late. The next 28 days are about preparation, awareness, and making sure you're not caught off guard. Because even small administrative changes can create big headaches if you're not ready. And today, we're breaking down exactly what's changing, what you need to watch for, what's already happening behind the scenes, and what it could mean for you and your family. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could save you confusion, stress, and possibly money. Let's talk about what people are actually worried about right now. Because I read the comments, I see the emails, and I know it's keeping families up at night. People are asking, will my payment be late? Will my amount change? Will I get a review notice? Will I have to verify information again? Will my benefits be reduced? And when your entire monthly budget depends on that one deposit, even the possibility of disruption feels terrifying. Here's the truth. Social Security doesn't just change things randomly, but they do update systems, recalculate data, and conduct routine reviews that can temporarily affect processing speed or payment timing. Most people won't be affected in a big way, but for those who are, it can feel sudden and stressful. That's why this moment matters. Not because something bad is guaranteed, but because awareness gives you control. And when it comes to your money, control is everything. To understand what may happen next, you need to understand how Social Security really operates. It's not one giant switch that turns payments on and off. It's thousands of local offices, digital systems, and review departments, all processing millions of accounts. And when updates roll out, they don't hit everyone at once. Some people see changes sooner, some later, some not at all. But during update periods, what usually increases is verification requests, income reviews, address confirmations, banking detail checks. These are designed to protect against fraud and errors, but they also slow things down. So if you suddenly get a letter or online notification, that doesn't mean you did something wrong. It often just means your file was selected for routine verification. And the faster you respond, the less likely you are to experience delays. Now let's talk about deposits, because that's what everyone watches. Most Social Security payments follow a strict monthly schedule based on birth dates or benefit type. That schedule itself usually does not change, But what can change is processing speed. If your account is flagged for review, even briefly, a payment can be delayed until verification clears. That doesn't mean you lose the money, but it can arrive later than expected. And when rent is due, groceries are needed, and medications can't wait, even a short delay feels huge. This is why checking your account status in mail is critical right now. Not next month, not after a missed deposit. Right now. Because most payment issues are fixable, but only if you respond quickly. Let's pause for a second and talk about reality. Food is more expensive, utilities are higher, insurance costs are climbing, medical expenses are brutal. And for millions of Americans, benefits were never designed to fully keep up with today's economy. So every dollar matters, every delay matters, every notice matters. When people say, "It's just a few days," that might not sound like much to them. But for you, that could be a missed bill, an overdraft fee, or skipped groceries. That's why these upcoming weeks feel so intense for beneficiaries, because the system might see routine updates, but families feel real financial pressure. And that's the gap nobody talks about enough. Here's what you should do before the next payment cycle hits. First, make sure your contact info is correct. Address, phone, and email if you use online services. Second, check your bank information. If anything changed recently, confirm it's updated with Social Security. Third, open every letter, even if it looks boring, even if you think it's nothing. Because missing a simple verification request can cause delays you absolutely don't want. And finally, don't rely only on rumors online. Information spreads fast, but not all of it is accurate. Stick to official notices and trusted updates, because panic spreads faster than facts. And panic never helps your wallet. Some people get nervous when they hear the word review, but reviews are a normal part of how benefits stay active. They check income changes, living situations, disability status, and eligibility factors. Most people pass reviews without any problem, but the timing can feel scary if you weren't expecting it. And when many reviews happen around the same time, it can feel like something big is happening, even when it's just administrative scheduling. So don't assume the worst if you hear about reviews increasing. That does not mean benefits are being taken away. It means the system is updating records, and your job is to respond if contacted. Let me be very clear here, because misinformation causes real harm. This does not mean Social Security is ending. It does not mean payments are being canceled. It does not mean everyone will lose benefits. What it does mean is that the system is entering a period where more people may hear from Social Security, more processing happens, and more questions get asked. And that creates uncertainty, especially when families are already financially stretched. But uncertainty does not equal disaster. It equals stay alert, stay informed, and stay proactive. That's how you protect your benefits. You're not imagining it. Anxiety is high right now. People are dealing with job instability, high debt, medical costs, and shrinking savings. So when your main income source feels even slightly uncertain, your brain goes straight to worst-case scenarios. And that emotional stress is real. That's why information matters, because clarity reduces fear. And that's what this channel is about, helping you stay one step ahead instead of always reacting after something happens. There are a few signals you should never ignore. If you receive a request for documents, respond quickly. If your online account shows a message, read it. If your deposit is missing, don't wait weeks to follow up. Most payment issues get fixed faster when reported early. Waiting doesn't help. It only creates backlogs and more delays. And I know calling government offices is frustrating, but ignoring problems never makes them disappear. Your benefits are too important to gamble with. Here's how most people get blindsided. They assume everything is fine. They don't check mail, they miss a notice. Then a payment is delayed, and they have no idea why. And by the time they realize something's wrong, weeks have passed. Don't let that be you. 5 minutes of checking today can save you weeks of stress later. That's not fear. That's smart financial self-defense. So, what should you realistically expect? More communication, more account activity, more people asking questions. Some people will notice nothing at all. Some may get routine notices. A small number may deal with short delays. But the key word here is manageable. As long as you stay alert, most issues can be resolved. And remember, benefits don't disappear overnight. There are processes, protections, and appeals if problems arise. You are not powerless here. Information is your strongest tool. Not panic, not rumors, not viral posts without sources. Real updates help you make real decisions. They help you budget. They help you plan. They help you respond before problems grow. That's why staying connected to reliable updates is not optional anymore. It's financial survival strategy, especially when every dollar already has a job. Your benefits are not just numbers on a screen. They are your rent, your groceries, your medicine, and your peace of mind. And in times like these, staying informed is not about curiosity. It's about protection. So over the next 28 days, pay attention, open your mail, check your account, stay connected to updates that affect your wallet. Because your financial future is too important to leave to chance. If you want to stay ahead of changes, avoid surprises, and protect what you've earned, make sure you stay connected here. Subscribe, stay alert, and I'll keep bringing you the updates that actually matter to your life, not just headlines. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll see you in the next update.